What's shaking, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good start to their Friday. Things are good here. Just getting on my morning going. Sierra's over here. She's having some breakfast, and then we're gonna cook some breakfast here shortly. What I'm gonna do this morning is I've got that really good bread again. Let me grab this. So my buddy Chad, he makes the most insane bread, and I got a couple loaves, and this is the loaf. I picked it up yesterday. I've already gone through most of it, but it's that really thick bread that you can make like the Texas toast out of, which is awesome. And so we're going to be doing that this morning and kind of hanging out. And it snowed again last night. It's sunny out right now. The sun's starting to come up, but it snowed last night, and it was awesome. I was out in the hot tub just hanging out and having a good time with that. So that thing is just like the best thing that I've done out here because it makes me feel so much better. I'm going to adjust this real quick. It makes me feel so much better after working on this place and then having that to be able to soak in. And I've been using like Epsom salts with a bunch of essential oils and stuff like that, and it's just felt great. So it's been really nice just to kind of hang out and have that at night just to kind of recoup because like before, hang on, I gotta grab my coffee. Before when I didn't have my truck, when I was still getting my engine in Colorado, there was a time where I went like 5 weeks without a shower, and it was rank. So I was like, I have gotta be on top of this stuff. So now it's nice to basically have like a huge bathtub available each night. And what's nice about it too is that if you keep it covered at night, I mean, even with the temperatures last night, I think it got down to like 15 here. Even with those temperatures, it still stayed like I went out and clocked it. It was like 82 right now. And so it doesn't take much to bring it back up to temperature. And so out here, it can be kind of windy, and you don't want to run your fire if it's too windy. But what I can do is I can run the fire in the morning and heat the tub back up to like 104, and then it's super easy to maintain it like that all throughout the day. You just have like a little tiny fire every once in a while. You'll get it going and just have the water circulate and you're good to go. So, all right, I want to say what's up to everybody. So, all right, cool. We got Kilo Deltas in the house. We got Mini Pearl. Alan, what's going on? Good to see you. Coop, hey, what's going on? Is there any chance I can talk to you offline after the live chat? Yeah, if you want to shoot me an email or something like that, you're welcome to through my website. Let's see, out of office camping. We're eating breakfast with you. Cool. Thanks, Mark and Teresa. So yeah, but Coop, if you want to shoot me an email or something like that, we can chat and then maybe connect on the phone or something. So all right, let's see. What's up, girl? Oh, Sierra, I got to get her allergy medication because the allergies in here. When I run the juniper in the stove, for some reason it makes her nose run like crazy. And so what I do is I've got some ham, which I hide Benadryl in, and she goes crazy for this stuff. It's a big old deal of Black Forest ham. And so she's like, I'll pull this out and she knows, she's like, oh, it's treat time. And I'm like, oh, it's actually medicine time. Let me grab her stuff here real quick. Ow, it's really hot. Put this over here. I'm a little unorganized this morning, so I apologize for that. So, but Coop, on my website, I've got a contact page, and then on there that just goes directly to my email. So if you want to shoot me an email on that, then we could chat. So, but things are good here. Just been kind of mellowed out a little bit lately. The snow was awesome this past week. It was really a good storm, but it looks like starting tomorrow, the temperatures around here are going to be up like in the 60s during the day and like 30s to 40s at night. So it's starting to get springtime temperature, which is really good. And I got to take my truck back in, not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday, and get my entire exhaust replaced. So that's kind of annoying, but I can't really drive it right now because the catalytic converter is going out in it, and my gas mileage is horrible. When I was driving back from Flagstaff, which typically only takes like a quarter tank, I've burned through a half a tank of gas coming back, and so I can tell that it's starting to fail pretty good. I don't want to do any damage to the engine itself because the engine. I mean, I just got the thing in there, and I want it to last. And so I'm just gonna be like just kind of hanging around here for the next week and a half. I was gonna go to Sedona and go camping all week this week, and next week, and work with the volunteer group out there that I work with. But with my truck being the way it is, it's just crazy. And I started thinking, like, for the past 6 months, I've only had my truck fully operational for 3 weeks, and it's been getting I'm getting real tired of it. So I'm really hoping that this is the last part of any sort of truck repairs that I need to do, because they're expensive as heck too. Like the new exhaust, come here, girl. New exhaust for my truck is $2,400. There you go, sweet. So, oh hey, also too, I've been getting a bunch of messages from people saying that they're unsubscribed from the channel, and like, so do me a favor and just if you aren't subscribed, just hit that subscribe thing. I'm talking to YouTube about this because I've been getting messages like every day for about 3 months from people saying like, hey, why am I not subscribed to your channel anymore? I used to come up in my feed all the time, and then I looked and I wasn't subscribed anymore, and so something's going on, and so they're trying to figure it out. YouTube is, and so. I may put a post up later and just say, hey, if you've ever been unsubscribed from the channel, like put your name, down here, and we're gonna try to see if we can get to the bottom of it because it's weird. It's like every day I get anywhere from like 100 to 200 new subs, but this past month it's gone in the negative, and they're like, yeah, something's wrong with this, and I'm like, yeah. So we're trying to get that figured out, but just make sure that you hit the subscribe button. I mean, if you want to subscribe. So, all right, let's see. Let's get back here. Dust of love. Good morning. How's it going over there? Kenny, what's up, baby Yoda? Bacon friend. Yeah, we got the bacon. Let's see. I got about a full pound of it right here. This is the Whole Foods. What is this one? I think it's just just the Applewood smoked bacon. It's really good. They've got a bunch of different kinds of Whole Foods, which is good. They've got this one that was like a maple syrup bacon like that would have been like drizzled with maple syrup or marinated in it or something like that. It's pretty good. There are a bunch of other ones there that are awesome too. So, all right, let's get back to this. Jared, what's going on? Morning from Wisconsin. A lot of people are thinking they're adding watering. I guess I'm getting less fuel. Oh man, that's crazy. I didn't hear about that. So let's see. Something. Good morning. Hope you're having a good day. Good morning back at you, Emmy Green. Thank you for tuning in. So, all right, cool. We're caught up on things. Yeah, another thing too is like with the gas prices right now, it's pretty crazy. Out here, I think we're around. I get like the mid-range gas. I don't do the small. I don't do the lower or the high ones. Let's do the mid one, and I think it's almost up to $6. So the gas is a little bit more expensive out here just because we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But in town in Flag, they were still up at like $5. So it was like four something, 475, which is crazy. And then it looks like possibility of going to war, which is not great. So I'm just gonna stay out here at the ranch and just kind of hang out and not do anything. I don't want to be exposing that stuff. All right, let's get cooking here because I'm just kind of rambling and I want to get going with some food because I'm starving. So I got to put some more logs in here. What's nice is we've got these little small sticks. I call these cooking sticks because you can easily just throw them in there for some quick heat, and you can heat your stuff up and be jamming right away. I'm not a big fan of putting like huge pieces of wood into the stove just to cook up like eggs. So I always have like little cooking sticks like this available because they're really easy to work with, and that's easy to control the flame and stuff like that. And it's like it's gonna get warm here later today, and so I don't want to have the stove still running at full bore with like a bunch of wood in it. So let's get this going, and then we'll go from there. I was hoping to fly fish all spring, but unfortunately, with my truck being the way it is, I haven't been able to get out and do anything. So we've just been kind of hanging here, which is kind of been lame, but it's all good. And I wanted to ask you guys what you think about this. So you see a lot of these content creators that have they'll have like a members only section on their website, and I go back and forth with that because I know a lot of the traffic, obviously, I mean, all the traffic from YouTube comes from YouTube's platform. I mean, it's a huge platform, and there's a lot of people on there. But I keep thinking, like, eventually I'm just gonna have to build my own members section on my website. And the only thing about that is lots of big content creators do that, and so it's like I think that people are going to feel like they're going to be nickel and dime to watch everybody, and I'm trying to figure out a way around that. So I've built the section on my website for it, and it's going to have like a blog, and then a podcast that's just for the members, and then obviously all the videos and stuff like that. But then other stuff too, like information about what my childhood was like when I was growing up, and what I like to do, and how I got in the outdoors and all that stuff. So it's like a deeper dive into things. So I'm thinking about doing something like that, but I don't know, with YouTube being so I mean, if something happened to the platform, my revenue would go away overnight, for that. I mean, I have other stuff, but that's the main one. And so I kind of want to get away from like being married to the platform. I mean, I'll always use it, and I think it's a great way to get out to the masses, but I don't want to be wholly dependent upon it because another thing too is they always change the algorithm, and so your income's all over the place. And so just some things I've been thinking about. I've been really weighing that option. It's a lot more work to do because I'd have to do all the programming and stuff like that on my website. I've already built the sections. I just have to populate them with stuff. But I think in the long run, that'd be the way to go. but I just don't. I don't know. I feel like I still hate like charging people for access stuff, just to access stuff though. So I don't know. I mean, I do Patreon, but Patreon's kind of weird too. Like you have to follow certain guidelines and stuff like that. And I just kind of like it to where I don't have to have any sort of censorship, because that's the thing I worry about with YouTube is like, okay, they're apparently cool with me today, but are they going to be cool with me tomorrow? And like they're I don't think I've ever said anything that's been controversial or anything like that, but they could go on one day and just be like, yeah, we don't want you on the channel anymore, or on the platform. And so I don't want that to be in somebody else's hands. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's see what we got here. Let's see, Mark. Oh yeah, Mark, I think he's like to talk, not write. Actually, I do like writing. I used to do guest writing for companies, and so I did a lot for WeBoost, and they were always like, man, these are great articles, and because I really like doing it, I like storytelling. And so that's what I think I like about the videos, doing video stuff is like it's like storytelling, And so, but I don't know. I go back and forth with that stuff. We'll see what we have to do. So, all right. Video hosting memberships. Yeah. So out of office campaign. That's one of the reasons why I looked into it, because I saw the member section on Squarespace, and so I thought, well, I'll sign up for that. And you have to sign up for the full year, and it's like $200 or something like that. And then you can go in and you can set your membership levels, and it's like I've got one at $5 and one at $10, and so people can choose $5 or $10, and then it would just be more exclusive, stuff. And but I don't know. I mean, if YouTube didn't give me reason for concern, with it's a third party, it's not mine, is what I'm basically saying. And so it's just like I don't want my whole revenue to be dependent upon that. So I'm kind of just rambling. All right, let's see what we got. Brian, many content creators I know were fed up and started their own platform called Foxhole. Oh, okay, cool. I'll check that out, Baby Yoda. Thanks for letting me know. But I mean, like, if I was thinking too, I was talking with Phil about this yesterday. I was like, why don't we get a bunch of like us 4x4 guys together and hit up the different expos and tell them like, hey, if you want us to be at your parties and stuff like that, like like meet and greets and things like that, let's do that. So trying to think of different things outside the box, than just being married to YouTube. Because I can totally see it where one day they'll say, hey, your commission's $5 a month, and take it or leave it. And I wouldn't surprise me. It's funny because Phil and I were talking about that. We're like, yeah, in our sales jobs and our corporate careers, we always get screwed over with pay every year. It's like, yeah, we're kind of used to it, So anyway, let's see. Desolate, have I ever used Crown maple syrup? I don't think I've used the Crown maple syrup. Which one is it that I have? Let me grab this real quick. The stuff that I'm using right now is oh man, I'm so low on this stuff. So it's Shady Maple Farms, and it's pretty good, but I didn't realize how low I am on it. But it's 100% real maple syrup, and I always tell people, like, if you're gonna even bother with French toast or pancakes or anything like that, you have to have real maple syrup. It's a must. All right, I think I'm gonna switch over to here and then cook over here, because this seat is kind of a little low rider. It's not really working for me. So let me move this real quick. I'm gonna move everything over to this chair, and then we're gonna whip up the eggs and get the toast going, and then I'm gonna get my breakfast going because I'm starving. Maybe that's why I'm having a hard time talking this morning, is because I'm so hungry. All right, let's see. What was I getting real quick? Oh yeah. All right, cool. But yeah, we've just been thinking about different ideas, like outside the box stuff to do to kind of get away from, having so much dependency on YouTube, because it is kind of nerve wracking. I mean, if they came on and decided that they didn't want to have people that camped on public land, if they didn't want to promote that lifestyle anymore, they could easily just come in and be like, yeah, you're gone. And I don't want that. So let's see here. Why is the lighting all messed up? Oh, let me pull this down real quick. That's going to be too bright, I think. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. Now we're all set. Ooh, I almost knocked over my coffee. That would not have been good. Okay. I as far as what's going on around here this week with the weather being nice, hell, do you see that backdraft? Do you see that huge backdraft? Okay, so what happened there? That's actually cool. I wish I would have got that on film. Wow, I got to open up the door. What happened was there was a bunch of wood in there that was all getting warmed up, and was getting ready to get on to flame up, and the stovepipe needs to be cleaned, and so there's air restriction going through there. And so what happened was that the air going through there was so low that it couldn't really ignite like normal. And so it gets it to the point to where everything in there is combustible. And then if there's a little tiny rush of wind that goes through it, it all lights at one time and backdrafts. And so that's what you saw with that, that was kind of cool to see. Okay, let me grab this. So this week we're going to be working on finishing up the ATV shed because the weather's so nice out here. So we're going to do the ATV shed. I want to do the roof on the outhouse, so we're going to do that, and then I want to try to finish up the road coming in here, but we'll see about that. That's a lot of effort, and that's a long-term project because I have to move a ton of stone and stuff like that. And then after that, I think I might go to South Dakota. I've got my tags coming up for renewal on my truck, and then I also would like to go ahead and get my driver's license over in South Dakota, and then just get car insurance there and everything else. And so you can get your residency in South Dakota in one night. And so you just use one of the mail services out there, and I use Your Best Address, which is a really good service. It's a mail service to where it's good for nomads because they put your mail through a machine, and it scans the mail, and then they send it to you on email via PDF. And then if you want the mail, then you're like, yeah, I'll go ahead and have that one. Or if you don't want it, then you just tell them that they can throw it out. So you use one of those, you use that as your address. And then when you get to South Dakota, you stay in a hotel room or a campground or whatever, and you give them the address that you are using, like from Your Best Address or whatever service you choose to use. And then with the receipt that you get, it'll have your address on there, and you can take that to the DMV and get your driver's license. And then it's considered in-state residency in one day, which is crazy. I don't know how they do that. But a bunch of nomads, they get their tags from South Dakota because it's cheap and you can register from out of state. And whenever your tag's up for renewal, you can get it sent to wherever you're at, not where it's registered to. So it's pretty awesome in that regard. So, Baby Yoda, thanks for this. Thanks for the super chat. Let me, oh man, I didn't realize this is all blown out. Let me turn, as I just, I feel like this is kind of a shit show of a live stream right now. Sorry, people. I'm not doing a good job. All right, there we go. I think it's because I'm kind of fried because I was on chatting with YouTube this morning, and I'm just kind of tired of that stuff right now. But all right, let's go ahead and cook. So we're gonna do French toast this morning, and I'm gonna put some goat's milk in it as well. And so what I like to do is I like to do about 3 pieces, and we're gonna do 2 eggs with that. Use some farm fresh eggs from my buddy's ranch. So we're gonna do some colored ones. We'll do a blue one or a light blue, and then a tan one. And then I'll put a little bit of goat's milk in here to mix it up. And that, to me, I don't know, it makes it just taste a little bit better if you put a little bit of milk in there. That's what I'd recommend doing. And then we're going to cook up some bacon after this too, and then use the maple syrup with the bacon. If you have not had real maple syrup with like smoked Applewood bacon, you need to go do that right now. It's the best thing you're going to do in your entire life. So let's see. I didn't realize that was a thing. And then when I lived in Crested Butte, there was this place called what was it? It's like Mickey's Donuts, and they're mini donuts. They're the type that are like bite sized. They're like this big around. And they had a maple donut in there with bacon on it. And I was like, what's that? And they're like, you've never had maple with bacon? I'm like, no. And so I had that, and then I was hooked. And I'd go in there every day and get like 4 of them before work. And that place was so awesome. Sierra got to the point that she knew it. So when we'd be pulling up outside, she'd get all happy because I'd get her 1 donut for her. And she became really familiar with that place. So Crested Butte was a place I wanted to do some more truck camping this summer, but I got up there and we were hanging out. We were chilling with Down and Mob, and then also Truck House Life. And Truck House Life had the breakdown, and then I broke down right after that, so that was kind of a bummer. But I want to go back up there and see what's up to the people I used to work with. So, where's my note at? let's get some comments going on. I got the computer so far away from me, I can't really see them. So let me put this on there, and then we'll go by the computer, and I'll see what's up to everybody in the comment section. Let's see. Chad, if you're watching this, dude, this bread turned out phenomenal. So it's a honey oat bread, and I've asked Chad if he could go ahead and hook us up with the recipe for this, and he said that he was gonna put them online for sale, like 99 cent recipes or something like that. So I'll get with him and see if he's still planning to do that, and then I'll post it up. Because if you all like making your own bread, this is amazing, and it's kind of funny. Everybody in the neighborhood's kind of getting on the bread kick over there. This neighbor, his name's Chris. He's like, I have to have a piece toasted every night before I go to bed. I'm like, yep, I feel you, dog. So all right, now I just need to grab the butter because I forgot to get that. I found on the 10-inch skillet is a little bit too small to put 3 pieces on. So if you're using like normal sized bread, use a 12-inch skillet because you can put 3 pieces in there instead of 2. All right. For the weekend, I've actually was talking to Phil, and he and his girlfriend I think they're in Prescott right now, but they're cruising up to Phil's place, which is not too far from here, and then they're going to come over here and hang out. So I think the first part of the week, Monday and Tuesday, they're going to be here camping, and so we'll do live streams and stuff like that. And then Phil, I don't know if y'all heard, but Phil's getting his camper on the 1st of April. So Bison Overland came through and is going to be installing that. So I think he has to go down there in a couple weeks, and they're going to get it all squared away. And the goal is to have it on by April 1st. So I'm super stoked for him. He started that process like 2 years ago, but not with Bison, but with some other guys. And Phil's never really talked about it, but he got screwed over hard, and then Bison came in and wanted to help out and stuff like that. And it's taking a little while for Bison. I don't know what the holdup was, because they kind of were like, oh yeah, and then they were going to do it last year, and then they didn't get around to it, but then they're doing it this year. So there must have been something that held it up, but it's going to be really cool. And with that Jeep, I mean, that thing is built out so awesome. So I'm pretty excited to see what that looks like when it's all done. All right, I'm going to come over here and say what's up to people. Oh, hey, what's up, Cheryl? For Sierra Treats. Yeah, let's see. Sierra's right over here. She's very attentive because she loves this French toast. And so she's all just like, hey, Brian, I'm over here just in case. I look at her. She's all, okay, baby, don't worry. I'll get you some. All right, so she's doing the French toast thing. Let's see here. Good morning from SC. How is the baby girl? Oh, Cheryl. Oh, I see that one up there too. Yeah, she's doing good. Sierra's doing awesome. She's very attentive right now. She's been having fun running around the ranch, and I mean, you wouldn't know that she has cancer if I didn't tell you, because she seems like she's doing really good, and I mean, everything about her demeanor is like it was when she was like 3 years ago. So now that the tumors, have been out of her body for a long time, and she's totally acclimated back, she's doing great. I know, sweetie. And so it's really nice to see because, last summer we got to the point to where she wasn't really hiking much, but I wasn't either, because I had to get that growth removed out of my stomach, and so or out of my intestine, and so I was just like, oh, she's just chilling with me. But then when I got better, I noticed that she wasn't active, and so. Looking back, I can definitely see a lot of signs of her being ill. But the good news is I mean, she's doing great. And our team of doctors here, I mean, they are just awesome. And so we've got one in Flagstaff, or well, the vet hospital is actually in Flagstaff, and our doctor up there for Sierra is really good. And then the chemo and oncologist consultant that we had down in Scottsdale, she's awesome as well. And so I feel really comfortable with the two of them because they're very very focused on Sierra having a good quality of life. And like they were even saying too, they're like, hey, she's doing so good and the scans look great. They're like, we don't need to start chemo right now. You can hold off if you want to give her like a couple good months. And so, even when we went in just this last time, I mean, I told the doctor, I was like, yeah, it was like my truck's messed up. I can't really, I got to get this thing fixed. I don't want to screw up the engine. She's like, yeah, I'm totally comfortable with holding off on Sierra for another month, so we don't have to do anything major right now. And so, the next thing to do is go in and get to the CT scan, just kind of see where we're at as far as a complete picture of her health. The reason why we're not going to do ultrasounds is because they just don't show definition of anything. And so the CT scan can do the entire body, including the head, which is going to be nice because that's one thing I've always wondered. I mean, she's had allergies her whole life, but when she sneezes or something like that, or like coughs now, I get really like, oh, what is it? Is that cancer? And so um, I want to get everything checked out. So that's what the CT scan will do. The CT scan, that thing is pricey. It's like $2,200, and then plus the anesthesia to knock her out because they have to keep her still. And so dogs naturally won't be still in a small little confined space like that. And so they knock them out. And then so I'm trying to get that set up though for when I go in to have my truck repaired, because if I could have it done at the same time, maybe we'd be up in Flagstaff, it'd be kind of convenient. So, but she's doing great and loves running around here. We've already gone out for our morning walk. Yesterday she had a blast running around, and then she came back in here and was like, just like a total nap, just napped. Like we napped all afternoon after running around in the morning time. So she's doing good, and she doesn't show any signs of like feeling uncomfortable when she's running around. She runs at full speed, which she wasn't doing for a long time. And so I think she feels great. She's not breathing heavy. It doesn't seem like her body is labored in any way. Her blood work has come back as like darn near textbook. The doctor up there in Flagstaff is like, if I didn't know that she had cancer, she's like, I wouldn't think she has cancer. So, and that's great, and those doctors that we were able to hook up with in Colorado, that one surgeon that could perform the surgery on her, like I've said it a bunch, but all the doctors in Flagstaff are still floored that gal could do the surgery and nailed it, because they're like, that surgery is so risky. So we were in the right place at the right time, for her, because the only other option would have been just to put her down. And I was like, I can't put her down. Like we got to try, And so I'm really glad that things have worked out as good as they have, because initially they were saying that there was cancer in her lungs, and now we don't think that's the case. And the CT scan will confirm that, but it hasn't grown at all. Like the little nodule that she had in her lung, they don't think it's a nodule now because it hasn't grown in size. And on top of it too, if she did have cancer in her lungs, even with chemo and stuff like that, the life expectancy is only about 6 months, and here we are 7 months past, and she hasn't done any of that stuff. And so going forward, I mean, obviously the chemo is what's needed to eradicate any of the cancer cells in her, but just holding off as long as we can, I think is good for her, because I don't want to have it to where she's sick all the time and stuff like that, and just having bad days every day. So, all right, let's see how the French toast is looking. It's coming along. I think I might need to put some more cooking sticks in there. They all got burned up real quick. So let's do that, and then we'll see what's up in some comments, and then we'll log off and start our Friday. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm really stoked that warmer weather's here. I'm ready to go camping for a while. I want to truck camp a bunch this year, because last year with Sierra not feeling good, me not feeling good, we basically set up camp and just sit there, which was not fun. So this year we're going to do a lot more fun stuff. All right, let me see what's up in the comment section. Then I'm going to log off and get this breakfast going here. So let me pull this over. If this unplugs, it's going to cut out the live stream. And this is a real janky connection that I have here. All right, cool. We got it. All right. Meadow Creek Farm. It's not a shit show. It's real life. So I follow you. That's awesome. Thank you. The Teresa from Alabama's Campus. I didn't realize that you had another one, Meadow Creek Farm. I'll go follow that one. So, all right, cool. Diane. Oh, hey, what's up, Diane Briston? How are you doing? Maybe you had a flight toast or flip toast. Gotcha. Yeah, it's looking okay. Here, I'll show you. It's not really browning up like normal, and so I'm putting in more cooking sticks to get it going. So. But anyway, back to like the member section and stuff like that on my website. I'll figure that out eventually. I just need to commit to a thing going forward with content creation and just stick with it. So I'll figure it out. I mean, I am active again on Patreon. So I took a little bit of time off there, especially when Sarah wasn't feeling good, and just basically spent all my time with her. So I wasn't doing a whole lot on Patreon, and I didn't do much on the channel either. But now I'm back to doing a lot of stuff on Patreon, and it's different than what you see here. Like the stuff that I put on here is just more for the masses, but the stuff that I put on Patreon is like the stuff I'm really interested in. And so I like doing that, and that's pretty fun. It's a small group. We've got like 100 people in there, and put up videos that are early bird access stuff like that, and then like no ads and things like that. Sounds pretty cool. So show, yeah, French toast sometime. Yeah, I'm excited for this. This is a really good French toast too with my friend's home baked bread. So it's really good stuff. So off road MK4, really enjoying the news the stream setup. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I'm so this is the new, let's see, was the Logitech 920. It's a 180-degree live stream or webcam. And it works great. It's just a little USB thing. You plug it in the side and it works awesome. It's way better than the one that's built into the laptop here. So but it works well. And then for internet, I'm still using the UnlimitedVille router, but Starlink is now available in this area. And so I'm thinking it'd be really awesome to get Starlink out here because there's a couple spots in the ranch that I really like to go to, which don't have cell reception. Oh, another thing too is I'm not supposed to call my place a ranch because I don't actually have cows or goats at the current moment. So I got railed by the ranching community about that. So I was like, the stuff people get hung up on these days. So I'm calling it a mountain property going forward. So just a heads up. Oh, hey, what's up, Danya? How you doing? Thanks for that video chat yesterday. That was cool to see y'all out walking. So give Priya some loving from me and Sierra. We're just getting ready to be done here with cooking, so I'm gonna be logging off shortly. But I've got a new video. I think I'm gonna do the video for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do the Giardia video. I haven't done that one yet. So with me being able to start working out again, like I want to talk about that, and then I want to show like just how bad I looked back then, and then talk about the process involved with that, and then how what I'm doing to get better and regain my health. So the Van Gogh color property. Everybody, like, yeah, that's kind of what I thought. I was like the ranch is easiest to say instead of mountain property, or some people like you should call it acreage. I'm like, that's the dumbest term on the planet. I won't be using that. And so it was just funny how they got kind of hung up on it. And it's like people come at you on YouTube and they give you advice. And at first the people were cool, and then they turned real cynical and they're like, yeah, all you people trying to go off grid and trying to get trying to get views from being off grid. I'm like, I've lived this way for almost a decade. I'm like, I'm not new to this. So it's just weird. People just kind of come at you with the craziest stuff. Yeah, so Shirley, I'll call it what I want. Definitely. So, hey Tina, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. The toast French toast here is about to be done, so I'm gonna go ahead and log off. But I just wanted to get on real quick and say what's up to everybody. So, thanks everybody for logging in. This wasn't that exciting of a live stream, so I apologize. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff and get this going, and then I had the conversation with YouTube this morning, and now I'm kind of fried. So, but I'm gonna have that video up tomorrow about the Giardia. So. And then going forward, I'm going to document my process of like working out and getting and gaining weight back and stuff like that because I want to show people how it's done. Oh, we got another backdraft. I don't know if you saw the smoke coming in. I got to clean that stovepipe today. So, all right, I'm just rambling. Y'all have a good Friday, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow on the premiere. So, thanks for tuning in. All right, sweet. Let's get our breakfast going.